It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Burrow. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
first down. Here's Burrow.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Burrow's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
That's thrown underneath to Algier.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So here are the Eagles now backed up to start their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. They'll look to throw again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again, it's Burrow.
There's Chris Olave. 2nd down at 4.
Burrow will throw. And this is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Burrow on play action. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Burrow.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Again, it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd, here's Algier. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 1st down, and they'll start with Algier.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Here's Algier again on second down.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They really need to get something going, didn't they? They've punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. On the give, Algier headed left.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Burrow on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he will have a Cowboys first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And Burrow going to throw again. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tyler Lockett, 26 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's a pretty throw right there. It's man coverage on the left side of the field, and this is some really good footwork by his receiver. Able to create some space at the top of his route, and the ball's delivered right on time.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Back to throw again.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. 2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. On 2nd down and 4, Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29,
Burrow. Here's Freiermuth again.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To the air again, Burrow.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Burrow. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow.
Returning right back to Lockett. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this 1st half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. That time a 9-play drive.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the second of our triple header here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC Wildcard game. And you can see the result there. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Now Burrow on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Algier going straight ahead. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They're passing here. Joe Burrow, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Again, it's Burrow. And this a quick slant to Lockett. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run here with Algier.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Tyler Algier.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Caught. It's Cruz left side.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Algier now up the middle. Well, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
This one fielded at the 5, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
2nd and 11.
They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back to throw again.
On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Chase Young
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Palmer from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now here come the Cowboys. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Starting the drive with Algier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Burrow. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. Here's a 2nd and 7. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On second down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Pierce. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Olave over the middle.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Trying the left side with Algier.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Open man, that's the tight end fire move.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Algier. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Algier again on second down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Burrow. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's complete to Pierce. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. That's caught by Palmer. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Burrow. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing, Burrow. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. To throw, Burrow looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.